Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2, the House Fleming Dynasty. A bit of a slight apology, because it's been a few days since the last session, and I did plan on getting the second session out the day after the time I recorded the first one, after my return from holiday, but suffice to say it didn't happen. But alas, I'm here now, so fear not. This is going to be my last recorded session of this LP. I'm going to play it to a finish. Now George is 64, he could live a year, he could live 10 years, he could live to 85. I've seen it happen in this game, it could happen. It's in the fate of the gods as to how long this man will live. And whether it's 1 year or whether it's 20 years, I'm going to play this session to completion today. If it's going to be more than about an hour, then I'll just upload it in 2 different parts, or 3 different parts, depending on how long it goes. But for me, this is my last recording, but it may not necessarily be the last LP session for you. Anyway, as we left off last time, what can I say? Duke George I of Normandy managed to push his son's weak claim through a faction, and now our son Bohemond Fleming sits atop the English throne. It was a glorious feeling, I tell you. But now we must not revel in our victory, because there is work to be done. So here's what we need to do. There is a war going on here. A faction led by Duke William the Fat, who is trying to lower the Crown Authority. We don't want the Crown Authority lowered. No, we don't. We want to end this, and then we want Bohemond to raise it to medium, so that we have a bit more control over our vassals, and they will pay us or give us more of their levies, thus cementing our grip. Now I'll be damned if I'm allowing some fat man to win a war against my son. So what we are going to focus on until its completion, or until I die, whichever comes first, I'm going to focus on assisting my son in quashing this little uprising here, and thus hopefully preventing the Crown Authority from being lowered any further. Now before we crack on with that, just a couple of things. Thanks to all those people that gave me advice, and thanks to Aquas specifically, because he made another video which is what's the word I'm looking for? Which has been oh, what the hell is it? I can't think. When you post a video and I accept it to be linked to my video, what is it? Shared? That's not shared, is it? Oh my god, my mind's gone blank. Anyway, he did a video, and it's on the last on part 74. You'll find it there. It's a linked video of advice that he gave me. What am I mumbling about? I've just got up about I've got up. It's about 1 o'clock here, and I only got up half an hour ago. I've had a lazy day, which is only right when you're not working. Anyway, he did say that a couple of things we could push in terms of expansion, such as we've got a claim here. If we go to war with this chap, we can claim authority for Henry, our cousin, get him a second county. There's also Connacht here. We cancelled the war with Connacht to try and put our son on the throne, which means we now have a truce with that particular duke. However, if we were to pop him off in a plot, a new ruler would obviously take charge, and we would then press against a new ruler if we wanted to do that. And also there's a possibility of recapturing Vexing, which is something that is is higher up my list of priorities, because Vexing is de jure part of Normandy, and therefore I do want it eventually, and we do have a way to claim that. We could go for a de jure claim, which is no use because he keeps his seat and he doesn't like us, and more importantly doesn't like my son as the king, so he would be a problem more than likely. So we could, however, put another chap on the throne, this Antoine de Vexin. He has a claim, we could push it on his behalf, and if we were successful, he would be eternally in our debt. and he doesn't have a bad opinion of me to start with. So he would be the person I would push onto Vexin. But would I... Let me see this here. I don't know how this works, you see. I haven't done this very often. This castle's bill I can use to push Antoine de Vexin claim. If Duke George and Antoine de Vexin are of the same dynasty, or if Duke is de jure liege of County Vexin. Yes, that's right. So he would become my vassal because I am de jure liege of that. So that's a possibility. But before we even entertain that little fact, we first must deal with this. So what I'm going to do, my vassals, well, they're not happy. My vassals aren't happy with me because I've raised their troops for wars for some time now, and it's really hampered my opinions with them. Where are they? Raised levies penalty there, minus 17 for him, minus 18 for him, minus 35 for him. Some are even as high as minus 50. If you go down to Sylvester, my cousin here, minus 50 raised levy penalty. I think that might be the maximum, but it's suffice to say we can't really raise their levies anymore. We don't want to make any more problems. So we're going to give their levies a rest, and we're going to just raise our own. Raise our personal levies from our own domain, which is 2,000. I'm going to send them over to England to assist my son, because he has some troops. He has about 4,000 troops at his disposal. So to start with, we're just going to focus on here. Now I do see this threat, but before I deal with it, I just want to see what the king does with his troops. See where he takes them. If he starts to head over there, then I will assist. If he sends them over here, well then we'll deal with this threat in a slightly different manner. Probably with mercenaries. But for now we'll raise our personal levies. Now they're going to go to England, and I'm also... I can't start a war now because I have levies raised, so that's going to put the kibosh on that little situation. So we'll have to leave Vexin for now and sort this little problem out. So, boats. 5 ships. How many ships do we need? 3 ships. That's 8 ships. We need about 15, 16, 17 ships to be safe. 9, that's a lot. Raise them there. Mortain has always got a nice large amount of ships. Ships, I can't speak. Dock them there to get on the boats, and we'll dock them there. Get on the boats, and then we'll move them up to there to join, and that'll take care of that. These guys will wait patiently. So I think what we'll do first is we'll focus on recapturing lost land. So like this has been captured by the Duke of Gloucester, well we're going to recapture it for England. So we're going to start taking back lands which are currently in the hands of the enemies. So that's our first target. So the king is taking his forces up here, hopefully to smash these imbeciles into the dust, which will be extremely a welcome sight. He's gathering some forces down here. Right. These guys can now go into the boats. Okay, I don't know what he's doing with his troops down here, but we'll soon find out. He's chasing the men around. These are actually rebels, and not enemy faction. Okay. So he's got 2,000 men at his disposal here. Let's hope he doesn't just sit them there doing nothing. They're going to ruin. Right. Let's get them in the boats if we can. And we're going to merge the boats together. Up there. He's going to. I think he might be going to try and deal with him. If that is the case, we will assist. We will definitely assist. He's going to Boulogne. Yep, he's looking like he's moving up there. So which means we're going to take these guys. Uh-oh. Let's get some ships ready. Quickly, quickly please. Quickly, thank you. Let's get the ships going. Thank you very much. Right. Let's merge these ships together. Merge these ships. There we go. Alright, so we've got 2,000 men in there. Merge the army, and let's give it a decent commander. Rainulf, Count of Gwent. You'll do. Turald, you're relieved of your duty. I will... Sylvester, my cousin, who is always taking charge of my armies, doing a good job, may I say, and the Mayor of Grand. You too can be leading a flank. So we've got some decent commanders. What I'm going to do, take this boat across to here, just in preparation for dealing with this. So it's at minus 41. Let's hope and pray that now it starts to go in our favour. The new king dealing with the threat that King Adam couldn't deal with. Oh, they're doing a runner. They're doing a runner. Where's he going? Now, before I go any further, just while I remember, of course we have the liege, we have the new king, our son. Soon after this war, if this war gets ended anytime soon, I imagine he's going to start trying to put people on, put people in positions that he can trust, because currently his vassals, as we can see, his current vassals here, he needs to get rid of Adam for a start. Minus 100, of course. He's recently usurped him, so he will have a strong claim on England, so he needs to really go as a matter of urgency. We could assist him in that by plotting to kill Adam. We've got 43% chance, or 43% plot power by this chap, 17 by this chap, 6 here. Definitely a possibility. So we'll give our son a leg up here. I mean, he could just execute him himself if he wanted, but if he's not going to do it, we could sort of... once again, you see, I do these little plot things and I don't take heed of whether they're drunks or blooming people we can trust. Who's next? Ah, who cares? I'm an old man. I'm cantankerous. I could get away with murder. Literally. She's deceitful. Perfect. So we'll invite those to the plot. We'll see what happens. Just as a little bit of fun. I mean, if King Adam gets bumped off, it's a bonus. So we'll have that going. And one thing I noticed about his son, obviously he sucks. His stats are really awful, and his stewardship is appalling. So this domain size may shrink even further if we take control of him. But one thing I did notice is the heir to the throne, now that the succession law has been changed to primogeniture, which is Tursted, now with heir to the Kingdom of England, his stewardship is actually pretty decent. His other stats are crap, but this is not bad. We could work with this. We could deal with these other stats with a wife or with council members, but 10 stewardship, I like it. He's been tutored by a steward of England, which is why that's the case. But it's a good sign. And she's going to back my plot. Right, here we go. He's going to Ghent. Why is he going to Ghent? And where are these guys going? Come on. He's going to join the scheme. Is that the entirety of his army? 44 men? Where did the other 3,000 go? I don't think that's right. Our longbow range has been built. And he's joining the plot. So we've got 95% plot power. No, the Mayor of Dorchester. Welcome, Mayor of Dorchester. Care for a gift? Oh, 55 gold. Is he greedy? He must be greedy if he wants that much money. It's charitable. Is it worth 55 gold pieces to invite him to my plot? Because if I do gift him the gold, he will come. He will come with, and it'll add 11% to the plot power. I think it's a bit much to pay for 11%. And these guys have 0% plot power, so they're no use, no ornament, are they? Right. Another thing which I have to sort out. I'm a bit all over the place today, I don't know why. Researching cultural tech. We're gonna stop messing about now. And here, I mean, there are some vessels which I could really do with swaying over to my side, but I mean, there's nobody that's really particularly gonna cause me any major concerns. These are gonna steadily increase when the penalty ends for the raised levy penalty. So I'm going to actually give Mitrofan some retirement. He's earned his keep. He claimed Brittany for us, and therefore we're going to give him a rest. We don't need to fabricate any claims right now. We're in no rush, we're in no hurry, so we're just going to give him some time off to chill out and enjoy life.